Our cars are created around the concept, designed around you. That means that everything we do centers around making you feel special. That includes taking care of and protecting what's most important to us, our children. For us at Volvo Cars, that means working hard to enable children to travel as safely and comfortably as possible. At our safety centre, we do hundreds of crash tests each year so that we can build the safest cars possible. Our vision is that no one should be killed or seriously injured in a new Volvo car by 2020. For our smallest children, one of the most important things is that they travel rearward-facing.
We at Volvo have been engaged in child safety development since the early 60s. We ran the first crash test with the first child seat, rearward-facing of course. We strongly believe that children should go rearward-facing up to at least 3-4 years, simply because they need to be protected over the whole back and the head, because their neck is very vulnerable and the head is heavy. In a frontal impact, going rearward-facing as compared to forward-facing, it can be a question of life or death. In comparing tests with a forward-facing and a rearward-facing child seat, we measure forces up to 7 times higher in the forward-facing child seat.
Our new child seats are developed together with Britax, one of the market-leading manufacturers of child protection in cars. The seats have undergone in-depth testing based on real-life situations. Studies undoubtedly show that all children should travel rear-faced for as long as possible, preferably up to the age of 4. Our new child seats are very compact and make traveling safer and more ergonomic. Letting our children grow up in a world where we all take responsibility is important to us at Volvo Cars. We have a vision of a world where we make the smallest possible impact on the environment. That includes the development of our new child seats. The fabric is made of 80% natural wool textile, which makes the seat smooth and durable. This helps your child adjust to an ideal body temperature. Our child seats make travel more comfortable than ever. Whether you want to play, sleep, or just dream away. Start by adjusting the headrest and the shoulder straps so that they fit the body size of the baby. When making the adjustments, the seat should be empty. Push the button under the upholstery in order to loosen the straps as far as possible. To adjust the height of the headrest, bend the headrest forward and choose the position that fits the baby's size. Make sure that the shoulder straps are placed on the same level as the baby's shoulders. Place the shoulder straps over the child's shoulders. Make sure that the harness is not twisted in any way. Connect the 2 buckle tongues and engage them in the lock with a click. Tighten the harness by pulling the adjustment strap. It should be as close as possible over the body without constricting the baby. The lap portion of harness should be placed as low as possible towards the baby's hips. Place the infant seat in the car's back seat in a rearward-facing position. Make sure that the infant seat is placed directly against the back seat. Ensure that the handle is in its most upright carrying position. pull out the safety belt and place it across the infant seat. Place the lap portion of the safety belt in the blue guides on both sides of the infant seat. Engage the buckle tongue in the car's safety belt buckle. Pull the diagonal strap behind the head end of the infant seat between the blue holder and the infant seat backrest. Make sure the belt is fastened correctly and not twisted in any way. Tighten the lap belt by pulling the diagonal safety belt that runs behind the infant seat while holding the infant seat in position. Fold the shock bar on the ISOFIX base in an upward position in order to expose the ISOFIX latches. Push the adjustment button and fold out the support leg. Hold on to the shock bar in order to avoid getting pinched. Line the ISOFIX latches with the ISOFIX anchorage points within the car. Push until you hear a click. Make sure that the indicators on the latches on both sides turn green. Push the adjustment button and pull out the support leg until it is firmly against the floor. Make sure that the green marker is visible and that the base is placed firmly on the car seat. Fasten the infant in the infant seat as shown previously. Place the handle in its most upright, carrying position. Place the infant seat in the base in a rearward-facing position. Press until you hear a click. The green mark must now be visible on the grey release button. Start by adjusting the headrest and the shoulder straps by moving the back plate on the back of the rearward-facing child seat in order to fit the body size of the child. Make sure that the shoulder straps are placed on the same level as the child's shoulders. Use the tilt function to achieve the best comfort depending on the car seat and the age of the child. A more upright position is recommended for older children. The support leg can be positioned for 3 different tilting angles. Press the buttons in order to adjust the support leg to the desired position. Place the child seat rearward facing in the back seat of the car. Extend the support leg fully by pressing the 2 release buttons so that the support leg reaches the floor. Now fasten the tether straps in the fitting rings on the floor and attach them to the child seat. Merge the tether straps with a click. Feed the car safety belt through the blue lock-off belt guide and seat shell slot as shown in the graphics. The safety belt runs under the upholstery of the child seat. Fasten the safety belt. When finished, tighten the safety belt and make sure it is not twisted. When the belt is as tight as possible, close the lock-off arms on both sides. Now tighten the tether straps by pulling the loose ends downwards until the support leg is positioned firmly against the floor and the indicator below the locking part of the support leg turns green. Check that the seat is fastened and not loose in any way by trying to move it a little sideways. When the child is placed in the seat, put the harness together until it clicks. Pull the adjustment strap so that the harness tightens securely. It should be as close as possible over the body without constricting the child. The Volvo booster seat and the child sitting in it are always fastened with the car's 3-point safety belt. It can be used with or without ISOFIT. It's just as safe to use the booster seat without the ISOFIT, since the purpose of the ISOFIT is merely to keep the child seat easily fastened when no child is using the seat. Start by adjusting the headrest. A correctly set headrest ensures that the diagonal safety belt is correctly positioned and gives the child optimal protection. The headrest must be adjusted so that there is a space 2 fingers wide between the headrest and the child's shoulders. Place the booster seat in the car with the backrest of the child seat against the backrest of the car seat. Place the child in the booster seat and guide the diagonal safety belt through the dark red belt holder on the headrest. Fasten the buckle tongue in the car's seatbelt with a click. Make sure that both the diagonal safety belt and the lap belt are placed into the red belt guides on the side facing the buckle. Place the lap belt in the red belt guide on the other side. Make sure that the diagonal safety belt runs over the child's shoulder and that it is not twisted in any way. Tighten the car's safety belt by pulling on the diagonal belt. To fasten the booster seat with ISOFIT, hold down the adjustment button to fully extend the ISOFIT locking arm furthest from the car door. Press the red ISOFIT button to make sure that the ISOFIT lock is open. Push the ISOFIT locking arm into the insertion aids until the ISOFIT locking arm engages with a click. Check that it's correctly engaged by pulling it. Now do the same procedure with the ISOFIT locking arm nearest to the car door. Push the booster seat backwards while you pull the adjustment belt until the back of the booster seat is evenly against the backrest of the car seat. Give the child seat a firm pull forward to ensure that it's correctly fastened and that both ISOFIT locking arms are fully locked in place.